Okay, so after spending about 10 minutes trying to figure out how I can get decent lighting in this shed without having a glare in my face, I came to the conclusion that that's not a possibility, and we are just going to have to work with what we are given. But let's not focus on how washed out my face is. Let's just get into the nitty-gritty of this video, right? Hi guys, it's Talisha, and today, as you can see by the title, I've lost the plot and my addiction has caught up with me and I'm having to sell half of my saddle pads. No, all jokes aside guys, I'm not going insane from isolation, I swear. As you guys know, nothing has really changed much for me with this whole coronavirus thing. The only thing that has changed for me personally is the fact that I'm not competing or traveling with my horses. So I'm still working, I'm still doing all of that, but that does mean that my weekends are always free. So I've decided to tackle a job that has been needing to be done for ages. A lot of you guys wanted to see me clean out my whole tack shed because it is a bombshell. But before getting right into that, I think a whole separate job on its own is going through my saddle pads. I have saddle pads, as you can see. I have one rack here, I have another rack over there, another rack under that rack. I have a pile of about 8 saddle pads just sitting on another saddle that I don't use, and then a saddle pad on every single saddle that does get used. So yes, now as to how many saddle pads I have lost count, honestly. I think I have probably about 40 to 50 saddle pads. And the reality of that is I don't use majority of them. So yeah, pretty much we're gonna just start going through them, and my plan is to sell the ones I don't use or I don't see myself using. Obviously for Instagram I do a lot of photo shoots, so I will use certain colours for photo shoots, but I have a lot of the same colour in different brands and just different styles, and I don't want to have a lot of the same, you know. So let's just get right into it. What I'm going to start with is my racks, because the ones that are in piles over here are ones I use or new ones. So as I said, lighting is not in my favour. I can't figure out how to get it any better, but we're just going to situate ourselves in front of the racks. As you can see, there is also a pile on my rack here, and we're actually going to start with this pile because there are multiple saddle pads here I already know I'm selling. First one is this all-purpose HV Polo turquoise saddle pad. I used to always use this pad. I absolutely adored it, but I then bought the Lemieux turquoise or jump pad, and I like it better. The colour's more vibrant on that one, and it's a lovely saddle pad, but I just honestly don't use it. And this one is actually also has been washed because I knew I was going to sell it. That is the first one. I'm also going to be getting rid of probably more so all-purpose and jump pads because for obvious reasons I don't really do much jumping, and so I don't need a heap of those saddle pads, even though my saddle pad collection says otherwise. Next pad, going against everything I just said, is actually a dressage pad. This saddle pad is a sky blue saddle pad, and the reason I'm getting rid of this one is because I have one in a pretty much exactly the same colour, and again this one is clean, and it is a Matters pad, custom pad, so obviously I'm going to be getting rid of this one over the Matters one. Alright, so they are the only 2 saddle pads I had actually decided that I was definitely getting rid of. So now comes the actual job of looking for ones to get rid of. I really don't know where to start. I still have a pile here, but a lot of these are ones to keep. So that is a Pony Club pad, which I am keeping. That is a Equestrians.com competition pad, which I am keeping. And that is another Pony Club pad, which I'm keeping. Oh, and there's a white half pad on the floor. Getting dirty. That is not what I want. Okay, wow. Well, that's broken. Okay, you know what? There's no saving that because the issue is there is too many saddle pads on it. Look at that. That is supposed to be like that. But it's not. I might just leave it like this because this is what we're going through. Alright, that's dirty. But it is also going to be sold. This is another jump / all-purpose. Ones that aren't clean, like this one for example, will get washed before I sell them. I'm not sure what the brand is of this one. I did buy it brand new because I bought it ages ago off Facebook. But it does come with a bonnet and apparently not polos because I'm missing 2 of the polo wraps. And I know why I'm missing 2 of the polo wraps. The reason is because I use them for tail wraps. So I'm not going to be selling the polos because these are incredibly good bandages for tail wraps. Don't judge me. I don't like tail bandages. I don't find them as good. So, but it does come with a bonnet, which is cute. I used to love this saddle pad and I would use it all the time, but again, it's a jump pad and I just don't use jump pads. So now we have 3 saddle pads. How exciting. Now down there I have a bonnet that has no matching saddle pad, but I love this bonnet, so it's not going anywhere. I'm just gonna do it. I just need to stop chickening out of getting rid of certain colors, because for example this is a red one. That's a nice bonnet, but I have no other red saddle pads, so it's like I've kept it for that reason, because I don't have any other red saddle pads, but I don't use it, and again it's a all-purpose. So I am going to get rid of this. Now as for the bonnet itself, let me have a look at it, because I don't think I will get rid of the bonnet. Oh, it's an HKM. It is a bit faded though. Like, do I just sell it with the saddle pad? No, I don't. Because I will probably end up getting a... Oh my god, is that another red one? Oh gosh. Oh. Okay. Hello. You're nice. So this is a nicer bonnet, in my opinion. That's the brand Lux. I'm pretty sure that's actually a pretty good brand. I have no idea. And this HKM one is also look full, don't they? Okay, I'm gonna sell the HKM one, keep the Lux one, and then I have red polo wraps. You know what? No, I'm gonna get rid of the polo wraps too. Can you guys see how like tough a decision this is for me? And I don't know why, but the way I look at it is that if I do buy another red saddle pad, I will buy the matching polos from the matching brand. And I would rather sell these things as a set. Unsure about this one because it brings back a lot of memories, because this is what I used to use on a lovely thoroughbred I used to ride. It's a jump cart. I have 2 bonnets with this. Why do I have 2 bonnets? You know what? I think I'm just gonna have to do it. Like, especially because it's not a dressage pad. Oh, and I have a terracotta one, which is not like the same orange, but you know, it's very close. Okay, so in here are the polo wraps. Do I have the terracotta wraps? Yes, I do. Okay, so polo wraps are going. This saddle pad, a lot of memories, but we are selling this. It's actually a pretty decent saddle pad too. As for the bonnets, who the heck is going to buy 2 orange bonnets? Are they different sizes? This is a pony. Pony size. Do I have a terracotta bonnet? No. Does this match? Yes. Kinda. So this one, which I believe is probably full because of who I originally bought it for, will be getting sold. And then this little pony bonnet I will be keeping because it matches one of the sets I am keeping, and it fits Miss Jep. Probably no one else, but honestly maybe I could squeeze it onto baby's little ears. No, it won't fit her head wise though. In all honesty, I'm going a lot better than I thought I would have. I really like this pad, but I don't ever use it. Now let's take a moment before we decide that I like it and I'm keeping it. Do I have it in a different colour? Yes. And this is dressage, where this is all purpose. Okay, so that decides that for me. I'm going to be left with like barely any jump / all purpose pads, and I'm kind of living for it. Matching bonnet as well, as I have a matching bonnet for the other pad. So bonnet is going too. Wow, okay, so I've pretty much gotten rid of majority of the pads on the bottom row. Those are sponsored ones. Those aren't going anywhere because they are all my Lemieux pads, so they're staying. But while I am talking about them and not selling them, I will hang one back up. You are all probably hoping I'd be like, I'm gonna sell my Lemieux pads, but no. They are the only jump pads I'll probably be keeping, I reckon. And that still leaves me with like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jump pads, which is too many, honestly, and I probably should sell them, but most of my sets are discontinued, so I'd rather just keep them. And if I did jump again, because there's a chance I could with Kai, I at least have some nice colours. So unfortunately, because I choose not to sell any Lemieux pads, that literally gets rid of that whole entire row of possibly selling. I guess it's like a Western cloth. I don't know, because it's not a saddle pad, and it's what I used to use under other stuff, but I don't know what they are, and I'm just gonna try sell them. Don't know if I'll be able to. I'm pretty sure I had another one down here somewhere. So here I have some saddle pads that Mum made, which are the same type of thing, but they're thicker, so I'm not gonna get rid of those. That is a Matez pad, which will stay. Another Matez pad with polos to match. Now this, oh wait, what's this? Well, that is a broken coat hanger that can be chucked out. But what about the bonnet? It's just a plain black. Is the reason this is out is because it matches something else? Is that why it's here? Unsure. We'll leave it here for now. Otherwise I'll sell it. Okay. Another dressage pad I will be selling. Beautiful pad actually. It's a navy HV polo. I actually really like this one, but I have 2 other navy pads, one being a PS of Sweden, and I don't want duplicate colours. These polo wraps I don't believe are actually HV polo. Hi Charlie. So let's just, I think these polo wraps, I'm just gonna rewrap this polo wrap, but I believe, like, I'll rewrap it the same way because if I'm selling it I need to show them. I believe these are really nice. No, they're not the same brand. I don't know that brand. So these are the polos. They're actually really nice. They're not HV polo, so I don't know if that'll put people off, but I'll try sell them together anyway. Next one that I'm selling, as mentioned, is, funny noise little chicken, is a Horseland pad. It's quite a large full as well. So another navy pad. Yeah, I think that's an extra full, honestly. Escadron I'm keeping. Another Escadron I'm keeping. Now onto some of my white saddle pads. So this one is a weather beater, and I believe, again, it's actually a really nice pad, and I used it quite a few times on Jet, but it was just too big. And yeah, so it was too big for Jet, and it's just gonna be too big under my saddles. Oh, that's definitely not going anywhere. That's my Mackinac trading one, and I love that bonnet. I am gonna get rid of this bonnet, and I will be trying to sell these in sets too. As for the white polo wraps, I will be keeping these. I have all my good white saddle pads inside, like the ones that get used a lot, so like my Mackinac trading one and my Matez one, they're inside to be clean. This is an all-purpose white pad. Selling. This is a weird kind of pad, and I highly doubt I'm going to be able to sell it, which is a shame. But it is a Lemieux pad I bought brand new. It's never been used, to get my to get Jep's bridle numbers embroidered on it, but they screwed up. The reason they screwed it up is because they did it way too big, and I gave them the size and everything. They gave me my money back because they admitted that they'd made a mistake and did it in the wrong place, and they made it too big, and it's actually uneven on both sides. See, like 2.5 squares here, 1 square, so it's not even even. I was not happy at all. Yeah, they did them way too big, and they can't be seen under my saddle, so I'm not going to sell it because I don't think anyone would buy it. But as you can see, brand new, still got tags. they reimbursed me for the price it cost to get it embroidered, but not for the cost of the saddle pad. So I guess I'm going to keep this. Oh, and also another bonnet, little Animo bonnet. I really like that bonnet. Okay, so I'm going to put these back on here and then hang this pad up. I mean, I might just end up putting a patch over the numbers, but still it's just not going to look great. Oh no, that's the Cavalry half pad. And then underneath, I might keep that one too because it's a good little exercise pad for fitness work. So now that I've gone through my racks, I'm going to attempt to hang those saddle pads over there back up. And I'm going to turn the camera off for that. This is it. All done. Every saddle pad is hung up, apart from the two that I use my pile of saddle pads here anymore, and obviously this is all an issue for another day. I swear that's somewhat organized. Maybe, maybe not. These are the ones I'm selling. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there is 12 saddle pads I am selling, and a lot of them have their little sets, but this is so much better. Oh, this is so good. Here are my piles. So these are the ones that are already clean here, and then these are the ones that are not. And then I actually have a separate pile which is out in the dining room of ones that sold within half an hour. I posted them like half an hour to an hour ago, and I have sold, well, I've gotten the money for 2 that I've already received, and then another 3 which are sitting right here have been yet to be paid for, but the lady said she'll buy them and she's just gonna give me the money tomorrow. So maybe I underpriced them, I don't know. I don't care too much, I'm just keen to have them gone, and I'm keen to get the cash for this saddle tomorrow and get it out of here, then I can buy my new one. I feel it's weird, but I feel like it's a big weight lifted off my shoulder, probably because it's something that I've been needing to do for a while and I just haven't had the time to do it. And I have a sneaky suspicion that the next thing I'm going to end up doing is going through my bridles. If you guys are wanting to buy these pads, and by the time this video is up, if they are still for sale, I'm only selling and posting in Australia because with this whole pandemic it's just easier that way. But if any of these happen to still be for sale by the time this video goes up, you will know by going to my Instagram, which is linked below, and it's literally my name, so Talisha Beardsmore. In my highlights I will have a thing saying for sale, and if that's still there then some of these pads are still for sale. If it's not, I'm sorry. But yes, so if you want to buy any of them and they're still for sale, that's where you'll see them. Okay, well, I'm gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and yeah, see ya!